If you're over 50 and you want a stronger, pain-free back, this is my second best exercise. Why is it my second best? Well, my number one move is awesome, but it also takes a lot of great form, lots of practice, and it can cause injuries if done wrong. If you get hurt, you can't train. And the whole point of staying strong after 50 is to do it injury-free for as long as absolutely possible. That is why my second best exercise may actually be the better fit for you. It builds strength without the risk. So today, I'm going to be your personal trainer. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, how to set it up, the sets, the reps, how often you must do this each week. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you a big mistake that most people over 50 make with strength training that probably slows them down the most. If you haven't met yet, I'm Gavin. I co-own New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over 40, and I've coached over 1,000 people just like you to stay strong and healthy, injury-free, and hopefully feel about 10 years younger. Number one exercise I think is great is called bent over barbell row. I'm going to show you why it is not the best exercise for most people. So this requires a lot of demand, okay? We need to have a good hip hinge right here, which so many people can't actually do. They end up bending their lower back. So that's the flat red flag number one. Next thing you want to be doing is keeping your weight on the heels of your feet, and you get a nice stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes. So this is a very stable, strong position. It's certainly when you're lifting off the floor. Now, when you do a barbell bent over row, you need to maintain all those components for this to be a safe exercise, because actually what we're going to do is row back. So we're hitting the upper back, the lower back and glutes do a lot of stabilizing, which is great. And when you come to do a barbell bent over row, I'm in a nice strong position. Nothing moves. My back is, the only thing moving is my shoulders, okay? Bringing the elbows back behind the body. And you can see my back is nice and flat. And it is a fantastic exercise. But a lot of people, like I say, can't do the hinge. So what they end up doing is they come in over here and their form is sloppy. They can't quite get it up even with light weights, and they end up hurting their lower backs. Therefore, although it is a number one exercise, I don't think most people should be doing it until they learn the basics. So you may be asking, what is the number two best exercise? Well, I'm glad you asked. Come with me and I'm going to show you. Now, to get this exercise set up, all you're going to need is a chair or something you can lean on that's going to be able to take you and the weight of the dumbbell, right? And the dumbbell is going to be sitting on the floor this way, okay? This is all you're going to do it. Now, it still has all the key components of the barbell bent over row. It's still going to use your lower back to support it, but we're also going to have an added benefit of using our leg to do that as well. It's still going to hit the major muscles of the back and the biceps. Still a fantastic compound move, but the risk is way, way, way down, and you don't need to have super amazing form to get the benefit. So let's just show you how to do it. I'm going to give you two versions, okay? It's a bit of a bonus version. So one version you could do, you could stagger your stance this way, have one hand on the back of the chair, and I'm going to use this leg to lift the weight up. Now, as I square my body on, okay, I'm in a very, very stable stance. My hamstrings are still working a little bit. My glute is still working a little bit, and I'm going to be able to get a little bit of a stretch at the bottom and row it back up and take it back down again. And although I'm doing it one side at a time, which again, barbell bent over rows, okay, using two arms at the same time, this is a nice way to do it as well. You can isolate both sides of the body, and if you've got any muscle imbalances, you're going to work them out as you go. The second variation I could give you as well is that you could stand square on the chair this way, bend your knees, okay, pick up the weight nice and safely, take a little step back, and now the weight dangles in front, and again, you're going to row it back, which is probably a slightly safer version than the staggered stance as well. And obviously when you're finished, you're going to flip over to the other side and do the same thing. So although people may argue that the barbell bent over row is superior, and it is, if you can do the hip hinge, which is the key fundamental movement to be able to do this safely, because if you can't, then you're going to get hurt. And even if you can, I've done barbell bent over rows for a long time, and even sometimes I'll tweak my back doing it if I've done, not paid attention to the exercise, all right? So give this one a try. I think you're going to love it. So when I said at the beginning, I'm going to give you the sets and reps and all that good stuff, then what I'd like you to do is think about doing this exercise or building it into your current routine about 3 times per week, all right? And if you haven't got a plan to follow whatsoever, there's a link in the first pinned comment which gives you a full dumbbell workout designed for people over 40, which has safety in mind, but also results in mind as well. And it's been downloaded nearly 4,000 or so times, which is pretty cool. And the biggest mistake, again, like I said to you at the beginning, I alluded to the big mistake people make, is about the speed of the reps that you do. If you're always rushing through the exercises and moving as fast as you can, that's not building a huge amount of muscle, okay? You need to be slowing it down, something called time under tension. And time under tension is how long your muscles work for, which means you can use a lighter weight to get the same result, which puts less impact on your joints, and it's a lot safer. Like I said, we want to keep you moving for as long as possible, not lift as heavy, and then get injured and not come to the gym forever, okay, because you're injured. And we see this all the time. So a little bit of smarts as we get older, time under tension, about 4 to 5 seconds per rep, which is going to give you the exact amount of time and tension you need when you're exercising for 12 to 15 reps. And when you get between 12 to 15, they need to be challenging. If you get to 15 and you can do 20 or 25 more reps, the weight is too light. You need to build up the weight a little bit and get fatigued between those last few reps, as long as your form is good as well. So that is the video for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on these exercises. Like I said, my second best exercise, but actually probably my first, if I'm honest with you, all right? So I'm going to leave a video in the top left-hand corner, which I think you may like. So head over to that one, and I'll see you on the next video.